Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
The latest group of Bnei Manasseh, or children of Manasseh, arrived in Israel earlier this month. They trace their ancestry back to one of the 10 lost tribes of Israel, the tribe of Manasseh. At the airport, Israel's immigration absorption minister, herself an immigrant from Ethiopia, welcomed them.
All praises to the Most High Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, name of the Holy Spirit, the earthly Mother, sanctifying Yahushua, the Holy Son. Brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike, welcome. This is your humble servant, Big Levi, and today is Thursday, October the 28th, 2021, and it's currently 9:12 a.m. Eastern Time, pre-recorded. Peace be with you, peace be unto you. There will be no Jacob's trouble. What you're seeing here, it's called Esau's trouble and the Gentiles' tribulation. And also the two-third punishment. Beloved, what you're witnessing here is the priesthood of Mahan trying to force prophecy into modern time and make it seems like, oh, the Jews are coming back home. Yeah, the third temple, man. Yeah, all those things. Oh, we are about to get raptured. There should be peace. I mean, the tribes are coming back home. The tribe of Manasseh is here. And those things, they are coming back home. And I know I'm gonna receive a lot of heat from a lot of you scumbag. Let me go ahead and then stop you right there. I don't need your little silly email trying to tell me, they are our people and they are in the Holy Land. We know that's not the Holy Land over there. Our Holy Lands are everywhere. We are in our Holy Land right here in the fourth part in America, the Caribbean, and Ireland, and Britain, and Africa, and China. We know where our land at. You're not gonna put us in this little bitty land, that little strip of land, and then quarantine us there and then saying this desert dead land is your land and then the rest of the world is going to be destroyed. You don't say this. The Most High says so. And now, what you are seeing, beloved brothers and sisters, thank you for the beloved sister that sent us this, okay? Thank you for all of you guys. I could have none. I can't do this by my own. There are so many things here. Now, let us go to the videos, beloved, and witness the Most High working, okay? You will witness how those people are trying to force their prophecies into modern time, and then saying it's, this is prophetic moment right there. Really? The Abraham Accord that they did last year, so they would have peace in the Middle East. And look at the so-called Middle East right now. Look at you so-called Ishmaelites fighting the other day. And then now they're trying to do, brothers, they're trying to bring those people to their land and say, oh, the Jews are back there. So, yeah, peace in the world. Is it peace? We're going to go through certain video or are you going to witness peace? Because they did this crap back in I believe May 14, 1948. They did this same garbage, and then now they are repeating it so the Christian can still stay in the church and say, oh, those are the children of God, and they are coming back home, and then they got that little yarmulke thing over there in their head and doing this stuff. First, they remember the whole thing about that Messiah coming back over there, and that dude that was like with the mask and kissing other men and walking around and doing all those scumbag stuff. Remember that dude? It didn't work. It didn't work. So now they are coming with this and like, Israel welcomes thousands of members of lost tribe of Israel. Ooh. Nobody can identify the 12 tribes. All the sudden now they Manasseh's back. They always claim like, oh, we don't know where the lost tribe and stuff. No, you do. And then people will say, well, Big Levi, she's a black woman like us. We have to. No, man, those are not our people, man. Those are not our people. Those are far from being our people. Let us keep on moving, brothers. Let us keep on going, sisters, and see the glory of the Most High and see how the world, they have nothing going on. The so-called Christian, Muslim, any other religions out there, they have nothing going on. And then what they do, brothers, right now, you're going to see the swagger jacking not stopping. They're just not. They are not. They're just not. They are not stopping it. They just swagger jack everything and put their own twist on it and feed it over there in Israel. Let us watch.
We'll continue working to unite all the families and to make them feel at home here. There are always challenges, but we'll do whatever we can to help and integrate you the same way we were integrated.
So they never put the Heavenly Father. They never said, oh, the Father's bringing his children home. We're going to do this. We're going to integrate your ass into our stuff. All right, then.
The B'nai Manasseh were brought to Israel by Shavei Israel, a non-profit organization dedicated to finding lost tribes and bringing them as immigrants to Israel.
Except when those lost tribes look like us. The moment they look like us, they are kicking them out. They give a bunch of so-called black Americans over there some delay to get the hell out of the land. Then they say, you guys need to you got 6 months, you got a year, you got 18 months, you got 12 months. Get the hell out of the land. And then now they say, this is our duty to bring unless they look like us.
Throughout their sojourn in exile, the B'nai Manasseh continue.
Okay, again, and people always thinking like we are joking. They will swagger jack our stuff. They think this thing is being done because you guys are talking Hish. The Mosiah is not talking to you, it's talking to those people over there. And you can literally see the archangel and over there, and then the angel say he's here. Pay attention. He is in the midst, and there will be trouble over there. There'll be trouble upon you people. You think you can do all those scumbag stuff and think the Mosiah is not seeing you? Psalm 73, the whole chapter. It will happen to you, man. This dude, literal name is Michael Friended. I'm not quite sure what Friended mean, but for those of you that let me get this right quick. Now, let me get this right quick for the nation. Now, anytime, beloved, you watch one of our videos, for instance, we released a video last night. It's called Cry Out.
So they're in a low water crossing.
Okay, so now in this video, if you go in the description, you will see here are the names translation of the October 27th, 2021, which is the day that we released this, which was 12 hours ago. And then you can download the PDF. Every single person that appeared there, the name and definition is in this. Now, another thing we add, is it there? No, it's not this one. Another thing that we add is, it's brand new. I just added. It's not in there yet, but let me just write it for you. Okay. Boy, I gotta get it. I should have wrote it in there. You know what? Let me get it. All right, there you go. Now, for those of you that want to contact us for prayers and news only, you can send it to biglevipriest at gmail.com, although I am not a priest. Now, if you would like to join our Zoom meeting and receive PDF books, only send us an email to this address below. That's only if you want to participate. Alone Together 12 Tribes at gmail.com. That is for Zoom meeting and PDF only. If you wish to join our Zoom meeting, you are not willing to show your face to know who you are, you cannot join the Zoom meeting because it's very personal. It's only for our people, And what we discuss, for instance, the 3 days from now is going to be so-called Halloween. Our people will get together and they will share their dreams that they have. Recent days, dream they had years ago, and vision that they have. Each of them will have a little time, 3 to 5 minutes, to share their dreams. And then they will talk about what possibly the events that are happening and how the entire world is being judged. We are here to discuss things about the Father, and also they will have a book, a PDF book or a regular book. They will study. They will read together, just study together. Okay. For instance, they will have a chapter, I believe, chapter 73, Psalm 73. They have to read it, I believe, next week, or anytime they have holidays and Christmas, for example, and Thanksgiving, they will get together and then they will just share knowledge, study books, eat together, and talk together, and give each other tips about certain things that they need to know, and certain things. No conspiracy theories. No little alien, no little Illuminati is there, and what. If you have that much fear, if you are that paranoid, you cannot be in the midst of us. If you're a paranoid person, you're so afraid of dying for the Most High. You're so afraid of like somebody always watching you, which it is. The angel, you're not worrying about the angels watching you. You're worrying about men spying on your phone and stuff, which they've been doing ever since you were in the plantation. You cannot be with us. Again, for Zoom meeting and PDF books only, send us an email to this address below, alonetogether12tribes@gmail.com. Okay, you will find this in our recent video that we upload. Okay, thank you. Let us keep on moving. Hang on a second. All right, take that out, and then we were right here. Let's come back here. All right, so now you got this fellow over there. Is that thing even recording right there? His name is Michael. Okay, we know the Archangel Michael is in the midst. All right, let us keep on moving, brethren.
To practice a biblical form of Judaism. They kept the Sabbath, they kept kosher, they celebrated the festivals, they observed the laws of family purity.
That mean they are the Most High, people. You see, this is the mistake like a lot of people are making. They think like because those people practice those things and they are the Most High, children. When the entire earth, we taught the entire earth how to keep the Most High's law, but they rejected. People think like, okay, I'm keeping the Sabbath and then our fringes, I do this. You think that's how? You think the Most High is that simple? While your heart is in another place. While your heart has nothing but filth against the Most High, you're so proud. You raise the law above the Most High. You raise a book above the Most High. You make this book your God. You make this book the Most High himself. You worship that one book. If anything is not being said in this one book, it's not from the Most High. It's from Satan. You see, this guy name is Michael. We told you step number 10. We find out other books the Most High give unto us. You will reject it. You're so proud and think you think that's how that works. No, that's not what that is. Anybody can keep the law. Anybody can keep the Sabbath. Anybody is not a true blood Israelite.
And they also nourished a yearning to return to the land of Israel.
During more than 10 years, Shavei Israel has brought 5,000 B'nai Manasseh to Israel, with another 6,500 still waiting in India to emigrate. While they keep kosher.
Okay, those people don't look nothing like us. While those people look nothing like anything a typical Jacobites look like. And then they will bring them in over there in fake land. We know in the book of 2 Kings, right? For those of you, I usually don't do scriptures all over like that because this is not a lesson and I don't do lesson, In the book of 2 Kings, chapter 17, verse 24. Okay. And the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon and from Cuthah and from Ava, and from Amath, and from Sepharvaim, or Sepharvaim, and placed them in the cities of Samaria instead of the children of Israel. And they possessed Samaria and dwell in the cities thereof. Those are the people they brought over there in our land during the Assyrian captivities. Okay, the king of Assyria. Okay, the Assyrian, they brought men from Babylon. So you got the Babylonian in our land, and from Kuta you got the Kutites. Okay, and from Ava you got the Avites, and from Hamath you got the Hamathites, and from Sepharvaimites. Okay, and place them in the city of Samaria. Those people become in the New Testament the Samaritan. That's why Yahushua say, I am not sending you to the city, to the Samaritan. Okay, let me get the scriptures. Okay, those people become the Samaritan. People always say, oh, one good Samaritan. This Samaritan were horrible people, man. They were nothing but Gentiles. They were horrible people. That's what those people are, the people when they take us from our land all over in Africa and China over here, and then they brought the so-called the Mexicans, the so-called the Brazilians, the Argentinians, those people that you see in this country, the Japanese in Japan. They say, keep this land. And then those people will stay over there. They're all small group of people, and they will populate the place because nobody come after them. Nobody ever oppress them and try to kill them. And they will possess the land. Okay? That is why Yahushua told the disciple, okay, hey, I'm not sending you to those people over there because they are not our people. I'm sending you to the lordship of Yasharallah. And those people that they are bringing over there, those are not our people. I know I'm going to receive a lot of silly email trying to explain to me stuff they are not. Those are the people that have been imported, and then they act like they've been on the land, like the so-called Chinese. Oh, we Chinese, we make movies and stuff. We've been in China forever. No, you weren't. Or we Japanese, we've been in Japan forever. We were born, our ancestor from here. No, you were not. Oh, we are European. We've been over there in Europe. No, you weren't. Okay? All right, let me get the other scriptures right quick. Then we will move to the video. Okay, all right. Now, this is Matthew 10, verse 4. We'll begin at verse 5, but we'll begin at verse 4. Matthew 10, verse 4. Simon the Canaanite and Judas Iscariot will also betray him. All right. Matthew 10, verse 5 say, these 12 Yahushua, Jesus, sent forth and command them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, because he know that the so-called Samaritans are nothing but Gentiles that came upon the land, and then they swagger jack the land, and they claim to be us. Those people are not our people, and the land over there are not the Holy Land. Those people go around and then they claim that they are us. We keep the kosher. We look at us. We don't wear any fringes, but we keep kosher. We keep the Sabbath. So big deal, man, big deal. And the simple Israelites in our group say, oh my God, they're in that lane over there. Those are our brothers. Let's go have sex with them. No. And the 2 Kings 17:24, and the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon, and from Kuta, and from Ava, and from Amath, and from Sepharvaim, and placed them in the cities of Samaria, instead of the children of Israel. Okay, they remove our people from their lands. When they send the cities, brothers, in the land, all over the world, and they possess Samaria, and dwell in the cities thereof. And then they possess the land, they populated, the Chinese go, the so-called Moabites go in China, they populated China, they came China. That's why, again, when Mao Zedong came in, he said the four old, let's get this. Mao Zedong, the four old way. Chairman Mao Zedong, the four-old way. You know what? Let me just type it because Mao. Okay, I believe it is this one. The four olds. Okay, those are the four olds. What is during the Cultural Revolution? What is the four olds? The four olds were all ideas, all culture, all habits, and all custom. Okay, the campaign to destroy the four olds began in Beijing in August 1966. The Red August during a massacre also took place in Beijing. They were massacring our people. Okay, all right. So those are the skeleton of the people, the remnant of the children that they had over there. Okay, all right. They say this dude is Confucius. We really can zoom in and say, look at this flat nose. This is a black man. Okay, those are the tribe that was over there. That's why people always mistaken when they look at ancient Chinese history. They're like, wait, this is our history. You know, they confuse the real Chinese. Okay, this is not a typical. This is a face of a black man right here. I can't. Let me see if we went into this. Okay, this is a face of a black man right here. Those people were murdered. They were killed. Those are the remnant of that. And we still have remnant over there in China, okay? Make no mistake. We still have remnant over there. Then again, when they come out, brothers in the land, what they do, they break the heads of the ancient stuff, okay? They smash the heads. Okay, boy. Okay, they smash the heads. You can see those statues has no head. Okay, you can see this, the table. Okay, the supper, so to speak. I'm not saying this is what that is. You see the people at the supper eating. Those were all people. And then they smash their heads, so you won't see the flat nose, big ass lips, and then afro and stuff like that. And then they what they do, brothers, and then they reconstruct them. They put another head. They make the head look so-called Chinese. You people are not the true Israelites of the land. You guys are the Babylonian. You guys are Gentiles. That's why Yahushua say, these 12 Yeshua sent forth and command them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritan enter ye not. He gave them specific comments, say, I'm not sending you to the Gentiles over there. People think like when they say Gentiles, those are the heathens. He said, don't go to the freaking heathens over there. Okay, he said, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. You people are not the lost sheep. Okay, Israel welcomes thousands of members of the lost tribe of Israel. No, you're not. No, you're not the lost, but go rather into the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All praises to the Most High. I know, brothers, I don't like doing things like this, but I have to clarify this because this clarification will be needed, in the middle of the day. And did that thing even recording right now? Okay, it did record. Let's go.
Sure and observe the Sabbath, they are not recognized as Jews by the Israeli rabbinic establishment. They must officially convert to Israel after they arrive and remarry in an Orthodox Jewish ceremony.
That's why I don't speak on marriage. That's why because people don't know what marriage is. People think like being married is wearing this dress and then go stand in front of those people, and then they will say some crap and say, oh, now I anointed your marriage. You and this woman gonna be together because our wedding say this. You're not truly a Jew if you married to our custom. This is not our custom. What those people are doing over there, it's not our stuff. You don't need these Gentiles to come and supervise your marriage between you and your wife. The Most High is the only person that can do this through his men and women. You don't need those people to do this. That's why our people make so much mistake when it comes to marriage. Okay? So, you're not truly a Jew until you come in and married and stuff. Get out of here, man.
One of these B'nai Manasseh couples, Devorah and Avihu Haukip, were married 5 years ago in India, but had a second group wedding ceremony in Israel.
As soon as we landed in Israel,
we did a conversion and a second marriage, because while we were in India, we had not yet converted. So we moved up spiritually as well as physically.
Devorah Haukip says moving to Israel has been a dream come true.
When I heard about the news, I'm really excited and happy.
Her name is Deborah, okay?
I've been waiting for this to come true since my childhood, I should say.
The Haukips are among some 1,000 B'nai Manasseh who moved to this town in the Galilee, Nof HaGalil, 10 months ago. They are all studying in an intensive Hebrew course to prepare them to fully enter into Israeli society.
Okay, this is not our culture. We don't do things like that. Israeli society, not Israelite society. Okay, please, I'm gonna receive a lot of garbage, and I don't care. All right, let us keep moving to the next. You know what? Let's just finish this.
The integration of lost Jewish tribes like the B'nai Manasseh is a fundamental principle of Zionism, says Shavei Israel's director.
Last week, when they emerged from the plane and walked down the steps, many of them got down on the ground, recited the Shehechianu blessing, a blessing that we say at moments of great joy to thank God, and then proceeded to kiss the tarmac, to kiss the ground, because they were so moved.
Shavei Israel hopes to bring the entire community, as well as other lost tribes, to Israel over the next few years. Linda Gradstein for VOA News, Nof HaGalil in northern Israel.
So, those people are not the true Israelites. The heat is coming. I'm not going to even deal with you. They are not. Just because you wear that little stuff, you get this flag, you kiss the ground, you're married. I know people are going to come after me after the whole marriage, but Big Levi, they married. You know, they are pure in the eyes of the Most High. Get out of here. That has nothing to do with being pure. The only pure blood is the blood of the Most High that flew unto you. Okay? They are not. All praises to the Most High. Let us go around the world, beloved brothers and sisters, and see what's going on. All right?
Report to know more.
Okay, this is in Israel, all right? The Dead Sea is slowly disappearing. All right, the Dead Sea is slowly perishing from both natural and human activity. This thing is on a decline. You mean the land over there is in decline? There's so much destruction, and then somehow the Most High is moving the tribe over there to protect them over there in this barren and destructive land. Okay, dangerous sinkholes appears as water receded. We told you. There are places that had water. They won't have any water anymore. The water is drying up. And then there are places that didn't have water. The water will cover. The land that is under the sea, Atlantis, will pop up literally. We will have new land, and those people won't be able to come over there. Okay, look at those sinkholes. All right, this thing is drying up. Okay, close spa next to the sea, nostalgia, happier times. Okay, this spa that you see, this is in Israel, brothers. Okay, used to have the sea all over there. Look at how far these things receded. Then they have to close the spa. Okay. Ian Gidai Spa. Once tourists used to marinate in heated pools. Okay? Look at how dry this thing is. It's receding. Okay? Now science warns tourists not to go near the sea. Don't even go near there because you might end up being no more. And we see the same thing. We saw the same thing happen in Iran. The spa, the Most High say no more. Okay, again, brothers, let me clarify something. The entire earth belongs to us. We will tell those people where they can dwell. We will tell them over there, that land over there in Israel, that the barren land, it's not their land either. The entire earth belongs to us. We will tell those people, this is where you're going to stay, just like we told them back then. Stay in this freaking cave, man, and don't be coming back out until they get the blessing. They get out of the cave. Okay, they took our people down worldwide, and then they took our land, they possess it, they repopulate, and then they claim that they've been there forever. When we were ruling Europe and then during the dark ages, those people were quarantined in a cave, small nation. We were all over the earth, but we start fighting between each other, and then the Most High raised those people and have them take us down because we were worshiping, and hung ourselves, to another god. Okay, now signs warn tourists not to go near the beach, near the sea.
See all the signs, you can't go there because it's really dangerous, because of the sinkhole and because the sand is really, you can sink it. But as a kid, we used to go to the spa.
Okay, death and decay surrounding the beach of the Dead Sea. If you go over there, you might literally be dead. And this is happening in their land over there, so to speak, called Israel.
Next to the sea. There's no sea, there's no next. It's like 3 kilometers from here.
The Dead Sea has a character, it has a personality, and I feel like that personality is dying. And it's horrible to watch something that you've grown up with disappearing. And that's exactly what's happening here. It's disappearing, and it's slow.
Look at this. Look at how deserty, look at how messed up those trees, those palm trees. Look at how messed up the land is. And then people are saying, oh, wow, that's the only land, man. Wow, hey, man, we need to, Big Levi, we need to move over there and form a community. Get out of here. Okay. The Dead Sea has lost a third of its surface area since 1960. Exactly like 22 years when you people move over there, and then the land start to recede, it desecrated, and then destroyed. Okay, both natural and human activity to blame for change. More like human activity. The moment you people put your feet in a land that is not yours, you destroy it.
It's very easy to say that nature is now saying enough is enough, we're going to take it back. Of course. But that would be okay if it was really nature. Man has interfered. And that part of it, at least, we have to take care of. We have to.
As the sea receded, it leaves behind a lunar landscape, okay? All broken. Look at the woods.
Excuse me, saying it very brutally. We have to be ashamed of ourselves.
Scientists said evaporation of the Dead Sea inevitable. That means the sea will dry up. You people won't have anything over there. And then what you got? What you gonna do, bad boys?
That we've allowed this to happen.
Got this. Got the goods.
Beyond world is one.
Okay. Hey, don't be coming over here and give me this crap, all right? The last video.
All right, America's outbreak of severe weather isn't letting up. On the heels of a deadly nor'easter overnight, a swarm of tornadoes ripped through Texas and Louisiana today. CBS's Janet Shamlian shows us the devastation.
Tonight, a trail of destruction in Lake Charles, Louisiana, where a tornado left this neighborhood in tatters. Roofs ripped from homes, debris in every direction, and neighbors racing to check on each other.
So what is this, man? What are you telling me things are getting better? This is October the 27th, 2021. That was like yesterday. Tornado outbreak leaves trail of destruction in the south. Now look at those people. Look at the neighborhood. Look at the characteristics. Is this Jacob's trouble? Are they, because the so-called Jews are getting back in their land? Is that a peaceful situation right there?
At least one person was hurt.
Oh my gosh.
Texas was also in the path. A tornado in the Houston area roaring across an interstate, churning up property and taking out power lines. There are reports of multiple twisters across the Lone Star State. The system raced across the region. Residents in East Texas posted video of the aftermath.
This whole neighborhood was affected pretty severely.
Trees snapped in half, overturned cars, and widespread power outages.
Okay, is that, brothers, is that Jacob's trouble? I don't see any UN truck grabbing our people, put them in camps and gas and kill them, rip and rob them. I don't see that. The priesthood of Mahan come up with this garbage and stuff like that, and then now they are doing what they can do now to invade Haiti. And we told you, if you do this, that would be it for you, sir. And you will. The Most High is calling you in the valley of Jehoshaphat. And you mistranslated, you purposely put, oh, he will plead with you there, as if the Most High will bring you a plead. He will come over there and beg you, please, please. No. The word plead and the ancient Hebrew word that it was, I mean, he will beat the crap. He will hunt you down. It's not going to be a battle. It's going to be a hunt. You're going to be hunted down.
More than half a million customers were in the dark across Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island as a powerful nor'easter intensified into a bomb cyclone, delivering hurricane-force winds early today.
Because it's a hurricane. That's what that is. It's the bomb cyclone. It's a sucker bomb cyclone. Wait a minute. This is the first time I heard this term. Yeah, scientists just discovered this back in the 1950s, and then till now. And this is get out of here. It's a freaking hurricane. They know if they say it's a hurricane, the people, they will panic.
A transformer blew.
As the storm blasted the region, a fire erupted from an exploding transformer.
Look at this. Look at the engine. You can literally, brothers, you can literally see, this thing will black me right here. You can literally see I have here, that's her hair right there. You can see she's dancing. That's her hair on her back. This is her front face right there, and then the hair going in the back right there. Okay, that's what that is, man. Fiery conflagration, plague number 10, tornadoes, and all this stuff, brothers. The wicked will have no peace.
Sending flames down power lines.
All praises to the Most High, man. All praises, man. All praises.
In Houston tonight, the skies have cleared, but unwanted souvenirs remain, like this massive tree, which came crashing down during the height of the storm into the home behind it with a woman inside. She is very lucky tonight.
We give the Most High praises and glory. Now, beloved, why is this thing is happening, man? And why is it like you go around the world, there's drought, the sea is drying out, the people are selling their daughters for food, for hunger. They've been doing this for a while. Tornadoes and flood and fire. It happened because of this. Genesis 15 verse 13. Okay, and he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. 1619, 2019, the 400 years is complete. Right after 2019, beloved brothers and sisters, in the midst, at the end of 2019, in the Gentiles year, so to speak, this plague happened over there. They did everything they could to make it look fake, to make it seem like they are in control, to make it seem like it's not happening. No, the entire world got decimated. The plague ravaged, the plague like literally flattened China. China is gone. That's why all your churches are closed, because a lot of those people are no more. Labor shortage is not because people got better job. No, because they're freaking no more. And then now, Genesis 15 verse 14, and also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. The Heavenly Father is in the midst, and then he is judging this nation with the 10 plagues of the apocalypse of Abraham and the ley lines and a lot of other things. What we're just experiencing here, it's called thunder voices, the weather, and also fiery conflagration of the city. We saw the tornadoes, okay? You saw the fires, okay? You saw the lies, the priesthood of Mahana coming, like bringing those people over there and saying, oh, those are people, like, oh, the tribe, they're going to get remarried and stuff like that. That's not what that is. Let us keep on moving, brothers, okay? All right, next video. Okay, so, all right, let's put this. This is pretty much the same thing, okay? This is pretty much the same thing that we watched. Oh boy, okay, since 1960. So a lot of sinkhole over there. This thing is receding. A lot of things, the results are closing. No more coming over there enjoying the blessing. Wherever you are, the entire earth belongs to us. And the Messiah says, stop it. All praises. Moving on. In a fraction of a second. In a fraction of a second. See this house right there? In a fraction of a second. Look at what the Messiah did. Let's play it like really slow. Okay? Look at this. One. Not even. Not even 1 second. Not even 1 second. Let's watch this again. Not even 1 second. See? Not even 1 second. See? You freeze it at 1, the house is already down. Not even 1 second. Okay? The house is down. This is the glory of the Most High. He's removing you. He's destroying your houses. He's destroying your property. Cursed be the properties. Look. All praises. The lava. The angel did this. This house is gone. And beloved, don't be, listen, man, and you won't believe it, brothers. People still trying to convince me that this thing that going over there in La Palma is fake. Or the Illuminati and stuff like, oh, this is fake. Nah, this is real. Look at this. Look at the volcano. Give glory to the Most High. Okay, those are time stamp. Okay, give glory, praises. Okay, look at the ash, man. Look at ash. Look at the ashes all over. So you mean to tell me this is Jacob's trouble? Is that what that is? Is that what that is, brothers and sisters? Is this Jacob's trouble right there? Or those houses are typically for the Jacobites, or the Israelites live over there? Look at the glory of the Most High, the lava coming out of there. Okay, look at you people, man. This is your technology. Shovel, plastic buckets, and shovel. You do not have any technology that can stop this, nor remove the giant pile of volcano ash or whatever that is. No, you don't. Shovel. Look at you. Now look at you shoveling things out. Okay, you do not have those technology you claim you have. All those are super big Illuminati have those things. Big Levi, you have to understand, they are so smart. Nope, they not. Okay, and they don't have that.
Have more than doubled since 17.
All right, listen to this.
The UN says despite COVID lockdowns, climate heating greenhouse gases hit record levels back in 2020.
See how they've been lying? Oh, 2020, a lot of people are like, the entire world is locked down, and then you know, no more cars, not that much cars or in the street and stuff like that, and you know, the ozone is being repaired and stuff. It come to find out that the bogus science is not working at all. Listen.
Carbon dioxide concentrations are now 50% higher than they were before the Industrial Revolution. Methane levels have more than doubled since 1750. Scientists say as the world's leaders prepare to meet, this is a stark warning that we are way off course if we want to live on a planet that continues to have favorable conditions for us to remain on it. And that's one of the reasons we were so interested in the Russian region of Siberia. In the winter, it can be one of the coldest places on Earth, and because of that, even in the summers, its ground is often permanently frozen. But in recent years, there has been a change that has exposed ancient animals, altered its landscape, and as Patrick Reeville reports, if the permafrost melt there accelerates, it will add to the planet's climate crisis.
Yeah. You people always know what will happen. Oh, if this continue, oh, hey, the future. We need to do something about this. No, us Gentiles, the white man got to save the planet. We will save it. And when push come to shove, and you people start crying, oh well, you know, it's kind of like human fault. Human fault. You people drive the most developed countries. You have all the cars. You have all the industries. You destroying pretty much everything now. Human cause? Get out of here.
We're about to be shown something amazing. We are in Siberia in a walk-in fridge with an intact extinct species.
The remains of a mammoth, 28,000-year-old mammoth. When they found it, it was so well preserved that there was still fur on it.
The laboratory of Yakutia's Lazarev Mammoth Museum specializes in making finds like these, Ice Age creatures extraordinarily well preserved. And there's a reason these discoveries are...
Okay, those are dragons, all right? Those are form of dragons. You know, the dinosaurs, they were dragons, all right? They don't put the wings in them and stuff. Those were dragons, all right? They're still here, okay? They're still there. Times on time, they're being spotted. A lot of them are inside of the earth. Was the book that we read. We are reading now, the Mundus Subterraneus. Please, we don't want to listen. I'm very serious. I don't need your email trying to explain me that how the earth is shaped. I'm not interested in that.
Found here. 2/3 of Russia is covered by something called permafrost. Permanently frozen ground.
That's not what that is. Permafrost, that's not what that is. The Most High frees this area for a reason.
The icy soil preserves ancient animals incredibly well. But we were in Yakutia this summer, nearly 3,000 miles from Moscow, because climate change is changing Siberia. Its frozen ground is starting to melt, and it potentially has huge consequences for the rest of the planet. Here, some of the transformations being wrought by climate change are already visible in front of our eyes. The region is one of the coldest inhabited places on Earth. In winter, temperatures routinely hit below -70 degrees Fahrenheit. But in the past 2 decades, it's been rapidly warming, estimated 2.5 times faster than the global average. To see what permafrost looks like, we go underground.
You can feel the cold radiating out of here straight away. It is cold immediately.
Here at Yakutia's Permafrost Institute, they've dug a laboratory into the permafrost itself.
We're about 12 meters underground here in the permafrost, and it's cold. It's about -5, -6.
This is permafrost.
This is permafrost.
Frozen sand.
It's like concrete.
But with average temperatures in Yakutia now up to 3 degrees Celsius warmer,
Damn.
in many places the permafrost is starting to thaw. Pyotr Yefremov, a scientist from the institute, has been measuring permafrost for 3 decades, and he's seen dramatic changes.
So here, there are basically thermometers inserted into the ground. They go down about 10 meters, and they measure the temperature of the permafrost. And when it was first put in about 15 years ago, it was showing that the temperature in the summer was about -3 down in the permafrost. But now, 15 years later, it's about only -1 down there. So you can see already how much the temperature has changed in that relatively short period.
That warming is literally reshaping the landscape.
The earth is reshaping itself. We give the Most High praises and glory, man. All right?
Islands, La Palma. It is
so again, you know, this dude, I don't like to, copy stuff because, well, I don't like to profile his stuff because he's he's a small YouTuber, but, let's take like a minute or two out of this.
Hello, my dear viewers. This is Bushcraft Bear speaking to you live here from the Canary Islands, La Palma. It is Wednesday evening. I'm here back on the top of the hill, a little bit other location, and we have a good view to the volcano there. The volcano at the moment is very loud. This afternoon there were some pyroclastic explosions and a lot of earthquakes and very strong earthquakes. So this afternoon there were 2 earthquakes or 3 earthquakes in a row, and 2 of them were over 4. So I have a lot to tell you. Let's start with the video. At the moment there is a lot of lava coming out of the volcano. I can see with my binoculars that a part of the volcano cone collapsed and there is a wide opening. You can see the city of Los Llanos.
Okay, well, this city right here is still functioning. The other cities around here are done. So what needs to happen here, if something over there break and then the lava going to flow here and then, just cover the whole city. This thing has the ability to cover the whole land, make another mountain. It can do that because the city is not on top of the mountain, it's below. So the lava only can flow and fill it up, and then find a flat land here and fill it and fill it, rising, 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 and cover the entire island. It can.
And the volcano.
Got this, man.
So today was a very tough day. The volcano is loud, lots of earthquakes, strong earthquakes. I was sitting on my desk and on the phone actually, and then there was this earthquake, and you know, I said, "Oh, did you feel the earthquake?" Yes, I felt the earthquake.
We give praises and glory to the Most High. This is okay. These guys telling you the truth. Okay, the so-called the news over there are not. They are not telling the truth. All right, they are not telling the truth. What they are doing, brothers, they make it seems like this thing is not doing any damage at all. Okay, let's watch this. Look at this. Look at this. Let me get rid of that. Okay, this is October 28. La Palma volcano lava submerges home as activity set to increase, experts say. Set to increase. Not to decrease, not to get better. Those $1 million houses, beloved, okay? How long we are into this thing? Oh boy, 50 minutes? Look at this. Those all are $1 million houses, man. Okay? Okay? That's the mountain of the lava. The lava mountain moving in, destroying houses. Okay? Look at the lava, man. And how are you going to fight something like this? You're going to shoot it? This cat just chill, man. The cat like, hey, man, it's just chill. You know, nothing happened to this cat. The Most High is protect. Okay. Oh, okay. Speaking English. Okay.
Activity, and we have some new lava flows, but fortunately, we have these lava flows in the area that we have previous lava flows, so they have to assimilate the lava flows, and we didn't have any reach of the ocean to the ocean.
Look at this.
What we see behind us is the two lava flows. The first one has reached the sea, and you can see these vapors coming out from the lava flows. And then we have the second lava flow that hasn't reached the sea. It's just affecting the plantation of the bananas. And it stopped right there. It's like about 8 or 9 days ago. It seems that there is not enough volume just to push the lava flow to the sea.
Okay, it stopped at the banana plantation, okay? Destroy the plantation, okay? All praises to the Most High, man. Okay. Look at this. Look at the ash, man. Now, beloved, let us be real, man. These $1 million houses, man, you know, is this Jacob's trouble, beloved? That's not what we were warned about. Nobody did warn us about like things like this. Well, we've been knowing this, you know, for a while now. In our podcast, our people saw this in their dreams. They saw the destruction. And then the Most High is what he's doing right now. The meat is already well tenderized. Now he's seasoning the meat. Okay, he's seasoning the meat because the fire is already well roasted. The meat is being seasoned, and the meat is about to cook. So the Most High is seasoning the meat, and then a lot of people are in fear, and they think these things are caused by men. What they are doing, brothers, it's not like they don't know this thing is caused by the Most High. They're trying to make it real. They're trying to make it fake to escape it. Escapism. What they are doing, the Illuminati is using some kind of a weapon to cause those things, those volcanoes and stuff, so they can take over the land, La Palma. What? Bill Gates tried to take over the land over there. By burning it with lava? You think men have the power to do things like that? No, they can't. What they are doing, brothers, I see those people are lying and saying those things are all done by men so they can escape it and say, oof, men are mortal. You think Bill Gates gonna live forever? Or you're going to meet the queen. You're going to meet the situation that she is. You think she's gonna live forever? You think men have the power to utter the mouth or with their little technology and cause lava to destroy their $1 million house? Get out of here, man. It's not men. Men are not causing this, man. They can't. Okay? This is Italy. Okay? Black stones are falling from the sky on Etna, Italy. A warning of severe storm coming. Okay? Black stone, brothers. Black stone. This is judgment. This is in Italy, brothers. Okay? This is not ash from the volcano, okay? Black stones. Okay? This is a horrible signs right there. This is the Most High's judgment. You can't stop the Most High wrath. Okay? So what those people are doing over there, brothers, what they're trying to say, what they're trying to do, they're trying to say that, okay, oh, these black stones that are falling from the sky, it's the ice that's suspended in the atmosphere, and then the volcano, the volcano fume, the smoke infused with him, and that's why I did this. Nope, that's not what that is. This is literally black stones. Literally horrible and terrible signs.
William, can you please use your mask, please?
Sir, hold on. No. Hold on. Everybody in this room has a mask on. If you're, hold on.
You're not wearing a mask.
Everybody,
You're not wearing a mask.
Everybody in this room, you never wear a mask when you come in.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to ask a question, and then I'll be more. Excuse me, sir. That's totally.
You know what? You don't wear a mask when you come into our. No, you don't wear a mask when you come in. You don't wear a mask. You've never had it on, sir. Where is it? Take it out. Let's see it.
Please put it on.
Why don't you put it on? What's the problem? All these other people ask questions and they didn't have math to articulate and make sure that people can hear me.
Do you mind if I just ask my question?
All right, but this is the last time you're coming into my press conference and not having a mask on. You didn't wear it when you came in here.
Yes,
you didn't wear it when you sat here.
Yes,
and I'm not going to tolerate this.
I have pictures of myself wearing the mask.
Not in this room.
Now, as you can see, those people are going at each other's throat. You never seen anything like this. They usually, the Psalm 83 Gentiles, and like we can keep telling you, this woman is not one of us. She's not even a Hamite. She's not a Shemite. She's the other people. I mean, that's why the spirit beamed into my head. She's not one of our people. She's far from being one of our people. She looked like us, but she's not us. Okay? Let them go at each other's throat.
No, never in any other room. It's okay.
That is a lie.
It's okay, security.
That's a lie.
He's going to behave himself.
That's a lie.
He's going to behave himself. Ask the question.
Mayor Lightfoot, I can totally understand how you might think that $16 billion can buy you a lot of votes in the upcoming election. But a recent poll showed that over half of Chicagoans do not want you to even run for re-election. You were recently booed off.
Look at this woman's face, man. Look at this woman's face. Like, look at her. You can see the death in her. You can see death upon this woman. You can see the stress. This is scary, man. You can literally see the demon in her. I don't want to finish watching the video, man. Something jump on me, man. I don't want to watch this.
Trooper is indicted for the murder and the death of a young girl. Good evening. I'm Dana Tyler. We begin with that breaking news. The trooper facing murder charges following the crash on the New York State Thruway. An 11-year-old child was killed. CBS 2's Corey James joining us in downtown Brooklyn after hearing from the girl's family just moments ago. Corey?
And Dana, the 11-year-old's mother of Monica Good, spoke with us inside of her attorney's office about an hour and a half ago, detailing that painful day when she, along with her two daughters and their father, were inside of their car traveling to visit loved ones when that deadly accident took place. According to authorities, this all happened when State Trooper Christopher Baldner pulled the family's car over for speeding near mile marker 92 in Ulster County. Officials tell us during that stop, Trooper Baldner spray peppered or sprayed pepper spray rather into the car, and that's when Monica Good's father drove away. A police chase then took place, and Baldner allegedly rammed his patrol car into the back of the family's car twice, causing it to flip over several times, killing Goods, who was thrown from the vehicle. Her mom speaking out, saying this is just the beginning of their fight.
I didn't lose one child that day, I lost two.
Okay, so let us enjoy, enlarge this so you can see the archangel is in the midst. All right, we give the Most High praises and glory, man. Justice must be done.
Christina will never be the same. Trooper Baldner needs to be convicted and sent to jail.
And this all happened just 3 days before Christmas. Baldner faces charges of murder in the second degree, manslaughter in the second degree, and reckless endangerment in the first degree. The New York State Troopers Benevolent Association released a statement saying its condolences go out to the family. The organization also added it will provide legal representation to Baldner, who is in custody but has a bail hearing on Thursday. We've also learned that.
So, yeah, that's what happened. Back then, they would have been able to lie and say that these black men trying to, to kill me and stuff. And then I chased him, and then he flipped over, and then the child died. This happened in December 2020. We had covered this and doing our videos. And then we didn't know the knowledge of Michael. And then now Michelle is here. Michael's in the midst. Justice must be served. All praises to the Most High.
Amazingly, that's actually not where the altercation started. It actually started right here at this gas station and then eventually made its way over to the entrance of this Safeway, which is why this entire area has been cordoned off for investigators. Now, SPD tells us that the members of the U.S. Marshals Task Force, which is made up of officers from different agencies in the area, were trying to arrest a 28-year-old fugitive who was wanted by the King County Sheriff's Office for first-degree robbery, 2 counts of felony harassment, and second-degree theft. And the U.S. Marshals say that these crimes allegedly occurred in Burien. Now, as I was saying, the altercation eventually made its way to the entrance of this Safeway. And in the course of the arrest, the suspect fired at the officers, and an SPD detective and a DOC specialist.
Why all those things are happening? Why the U.S. Marshal? They are so confused. They don't know what they are doing. Watch this. Watch this.
Imagine checking your Ring camera and seeing this on your cell phone. Armed men at the front door.
U.S. Marshal, come to the door.
The video starts with the U.S. Marshal warily approaching. Then another officer appears. Both have guns drawn.
Hello?
The woman in the apartment is Kada Staples. She's a new mom, and she's with her infant, Catalina, just 3 months old.
U.S. Marshal, come to the door.
I'm putting my dog in his cage.
All right.
The officers are looking for a murder suspect.
Tell him to come out with his hands up. We know he's in there.
We know he's in there.
Nobody in here. Okay, hold on, I'm coming.
She comes out cradling baby Catalina and wearing just a t-shirt. The officers are suspicious. They still think their wanted man is inside.
U.S. Marshal, come to the door. Put your hands up.
The distraught mom tries to explain.
You guys came to the wrong apartment.
It's true. They've mistakenly targeted the wrong apartment in Bradenton, Florida.
Can you imagine if this was a black woman with a black child? Can you imagine if this woman was something that resembled our people, like a little bit closer? Can you imagine if there was a black man inside of there? That would have been a different story right there. That would have been something that we probably would have been very upset when we find out about this. Those guys are incompetent. They don't know what they are doing. And again, we know the Messiah is giving the Gentiles hell. They cannot find peace anywhere. Those guys are the one that's supposed to protect them. Yet, look at this. Now look at you.
Pretty soon, the officers realize Kada is telling the truth, and they take off. Kada is left in tears.
Okay. All right. This is Saul right there. You got this little baby with you at home. You just chill, watching some stuff. You're watching Baby Shark. and then you just feeding your kid, and then somebody. That's why I told people those Ring cameras, they are very good. They are very, very good. I will highly suggest the Ring cameras. They are $100, $115. I bought mine. I stick it on the door, and it's $1.99 or $1.99 every month. It's like $24 a year, and then you get update. It's very, very good. Okay, this woman, they would have never believed her if she tell the story. They will say, nope, we never come to her house. She's lying. If she was a black woman or a black child, imagine if this was a black father staying home, the mother going to work or something, she's going to pick up something at the mail. Okay, that would be another. Well, we don't want to. We will let the brother rest in peace. Okay, that would be another police officer enter your apartment and say, "Oh, I thought that was my apartment. That's why I shot and killed you." Okay, those guys are very incompetent.
They're pointing guns at us. There's a gun about a foot away from her face.
Yeah.
I spoke to Kata today. Were you fearing for your life in that moment, or what?
Of course he was. That's those great reporters' question. Were you fearing for your life and stuff like that?
Worse, were you fearing for your baby's life?
I was definitely fearing for both of us.
When I watched the video, it sort of seems like once they
they keep you see, they keep showing this black dude face that he did this.
Realize they're at the wrong place, they kind of just leave without saying anything. Is that what happened?
Yes, that's exactly what happened. No apology or anything. They just ran away, leaving me there crying. About an hour later, one of them came back upstairs and knocked. It wasn't necessarily an apology, more so an explanation.
U.S. Marshal, come to the door.
The marshals ended up arresting the suspect they were looking for inside a nearby apartment.
A nearby apartment. They do that all the time, brothers. They come to the wrong apartment, and then they shoot people in there, and then they kill them, and they say, oh, this guy, it's kind of like the wrong apartment, but he had something. He must have known something going on. He should have said something. I mean, he kind of looked like the guy. You know what? He is friend with that guy we're looking for. That would have been a different story if the person looked like us. You guys are very incompetent. And then here's another one.
Amazingly, that's actually not where the altercation started. It actually started right here at this gas station. And
anyway, let's take another.
Lee Abulaban pleaded not guilty in the murders of his estranged wife, Anna Abulaban, and another man, Rayburn Barron.
First, he shot Rayburn Barron 3 times, and then he fired at his wife, leaving 1 gunshot wound in her forehead. Again, from close range.
Damn.
You can hear the victim's loved ones disturbed over the details of the shooting police say happened last week. Suspect Ali Abulaban was known on TikTok by the username JinKid with nearly 1 million followers.
If I talk like Scarface, I think they'll know immediately what I'm doing. But I could try it. Here we go. There's a guy right here. Okay, so what are the plans? Because this one, I got it from iPhone, the store, the Apple store. The orange store?
People watched for his impressions, including Tony Montana from Scarface.
So people think it's cool to do things like that, to imitate murderers and then get their impression like killers and act like they are murderers. And I see this dude is a well-respected dude in the hip-hop community, so to speak. You got guys making movie, call them Sosa, and imitate those murderers, those guys that murdering and killing people. We keep telling you, spirit will jump on you, man. That's like a regular man having some cowboy and then imitate. Well, we don't mean the literal cowboy, but we mean the sexual cowboy, so to speak. Now you're having this cowboy has your role model. Everything you're doing, you're acting like this cowboy, and then next thing you know, you're riding a mechanical bull. Next thing you know, you're in a saloon dancing with the sheriff. That's what happened to this dude. He's imitating this murder and stuff. He could have easily let that fellow and the wife go, but hey.
By tomorrow morning, you're gonna be working in Alaska.
Police in San Diego say Abulaban shot his estranged wife and the other man because Abulaban believed they were in a relationship. The district attorney's office has not announced whether it will seek the death penalty if Abulaban is found guilty. I'm Lee Sheps.
Okay, things like that happen, man. And we give the Most High praise and glory for everything. All praises, all right?
News conference today, and officials addressed the concern that the mother, well, she wasn't arrested right away.
And Chris, Harris County detectives spoke about that frustration after the couple was questioned and then released. Investigators said they had to process a lot of evidence before any charges could be filed.
This one's up there. You know, this one affected us.
Today, the Harris County Sheriff's Office shared new gruesome details about 3 brothers who are 15, 10, and 7 years old. For nearly a year, the children were living in an abandoned apartment with their brother's skeletal remains in West Harris County. Detectives say the child was 8 years old. His death ruled a homicide caused by multiple blunt force injuries.
We saw soiled carpet, no furniture at all. No bedding, no blankets, nothing that we could see.
Gloria Yvette Williams.
This morning, the mother of the children, Gloria Williams, charged with injury to a child by omission and tampering with evidence. Her boyfriend, Brian Coulter, has...
So there you go. This is what happened. So this woman, and I'm going to get hit. People like, oh, well, you know, don't get in her business, Biglevi. This is her job and stuff like that. And you don't know her and stuff. This is not one of us. This woman is not one of, definitely not him, but the woman is not one of us. Okay? Now, this man literally beat the kid to death and smashed his head to death. He killed him. She starved them to death because she hated the kids. She hated the child, most likely. She hated the father. And this man went in there and beat this kid to death. Okay? Those are not our people, brothers. We gotta stop being emotionally connected to scumbags. Those are not human beings. Those are demons. You know what it takes to lose a child? And you know what it takes to literally take a child out?
Has been charged with murder in the death of Williams' child. Court documents revealed the child died last November, and the 7-year-old watched his brother get beaten to death.
He stated his younger brother's eyes were black and that he stopped blinking during the assault, that they pulled back the covers and saw that he was really dead and saw roaches everywhere on him.
Okay, so they beat him to death. Okay, last November, they beat him, they kill him, and then they cover him. That was the boyfriend. And she there, and most likely she was twerking and do all those things. And people are saying that, oh, Biglevi, we need to say a prayer for those people. They are not our people. Those people are not even 2/3, man. The 2/3, beloved brother, their spirit are wild. They're all doing effed up stuff. But this is some kind of demonic level ish right there, man. Those are not our people. Those are other nation. Okay? Our people are not capable of doing things like that, man. We pray on the behalf of our nation and the Most High deliver them. Those are not our people.
And Coulter did not appear in front of a judge today because he was being evaluated by a medical health unit.
To see if he's crazy. How can we get him off? Not the mother, of course, she's black. But let's see if we're going to evaluate this guy. You know, you beat this kid to death. You must be crazy, right? Only a crazy person can do this. Get out of here, man. We give the Most High praises and glory, man. Now, thank you for the beloved brother Anson for sending us this. Okay, this was yesterday. Health scare forces the Queen to pull out the COP26 summit. Let's listen.
The Queen has been forced to pull out of the COP26 climate change summit in Glasgow following medical advice to rest. The 95-year-old monarch underwent preliminary medical checks in hospital last Wednesday after cancelling a visit to Northern Ireland. She resumed public engagements on Tuesday by meeting ambassadors via video link from Windsor Castle.
So, those are the some 83 they cannot meet anymore. This guy's not the true Korean, all right, wearing this little Korean hat and stuff like that. But that's not what that is. Those people over there, brothers, They cannot meet anymore. And you don't know what those people would have done, the witchcraft they would have done. Okay. It's really hard to do those witchcraft spells when there is nobody present here. The master witcher, the witch herself, the sorceress herself, the master one cannot reach. As you can see, brothers, in the past few weeks, you see the Pope being hospitalized, the Queen being hospitalized, Bill Clinton being hospitalized. They're having all sort of trouble, all sort of issues. They cannot meet anymore. The Most High say no more coming over there causing tumult, Psalm 83, and meeting and say the children will be no more and stuff like that. The Most High bring them down, make them meeting and face to face. You don't know what this queen was going to do and with those fellows over there.
Buckingham Palace said she regretfully decided not to attend a reception at the summit, but the palace said she would deliver her address to delegates using a recorded video message instead.
There you go.
Despite attending lighter public duties this week, royal sources say Her Majesty is
This is not a queen, man. This is, again, like I said, this is a well-dressed senior citizen. Okay, you don't see any queenly things in her. Those people, they don't look like royalty at all. It's just like, this is kind of like some kind of show. A bunch of little boys, and this is like, what the hell is this? This is old man. He's gone though. He's somewhere right now, sitting at the table, you know, with Rush Limbaugh and that fellow, that UK Parliament, and Colin Powell. Those guys are worsting something. Something is being worsted at the place that he is.
Because of a packed private schedule. Queen Elizabeth, who lost her husband of 73 years in April, is said to have been keeping up a constant flow of lunches and dinners with family and friends because the royal does not want to dine alone.
Here we go. So that's the fear, because if she die alone, she feel alone. Old man Charles is not there, and then, oh, hey, what's going on here? But yeah, watch this.
The Queen was due to travel to Scotland as part of a string of COP26 engagements by senior members of the royal family, including the Prince of Wales, the Duchess of Cornwall and the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge between the 1st and 5th of November. Royal experts have claimed that the Queen will be grieved to miss the summit as she truly hates letting anyone down.
Yeah. Yeah, get out of here, man. A queen's supposed to have a crown upon her head and then well-dressed and having bodyguard and then servants around. Like I said, this woman walking around like she's going to church. Okay, and then there is no queenly attire upon her. There's no queenly thing upon her. You cannot see anything in her visage. It's just bland. And we give the Most High praises and glory for cutting off Psalm 83.
U.S. President Joe Biden is set to meet Pope Francis on Friday as Biden comes under pressure from conservatives over his position on abortion.
So, as you can see now, there's a lot of pressure, okay? All right, there's this priesthood on my hand right there holding the mark of the beast right there. We're going to force this. We're going to jam this up your ass and stuff like that. And then there's old man Biden here, okay? The Pope himself, and you see the Queen, okay? Those the Pope and the Queen. They are. This is not conspiracy theories. This is real ish. Okay, they are there admiring the mark of the beast and then standing there. Look at this dude over there, and then the conservative abortion and all that garbage and stuff like that.
The president is Catholic and has said he is personally opposed to abortion, but cannot impose his views as an elected leader. His administration has recently challenged a new near-total ban on abortion in Texas, and the Supreme Court will hear the case next Monday. Conservative Catholic media and bishops have criticized Biden for his stance, with some saying he should be banned from receiving communion, the central sacrament of the faith. It is not known if Biden and Pope Francis will discuss the abortion dispute on Friday, their first meeting since Biden took office. Asked about the debate last month, the Pope reiterated his belief that abortion is murder, but also appeared to criticize bishops for dealing with the issue in a political way. Francis has previously said that while the Catholic Church should oppose abortion, it should not detract attention from matters such as immigration and poverty. U.S. bishops will again take up the issue of Catholic politicians receiving communion next month, despite a Vatican warning against it. U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan told reporters on Tuesday that Biden and Pope Francis are expected to discuss climate change, migration, and income inequality.
We'll see. We'll see. You guys always focus on, abortion. Abortion is murder. No. Of course, now it's murder. Now, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike, we are going to take a video. It's going to upset a lot of you. And a lot of you really won't care about this because you already know that's what those people do for a living. Now, before we're playing this, again, copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised. Now, let's jump to this. Oh boy, this is Perry Stone. This video was uploaded yesterday, October the 27th. The biggest sign the tribulation is coming. Okay, Perry Stone. Let's listen to him. All right.
But in Joel chapter 2, this is what the prophet Joel saw by the Holy Spirit. It shall come to pass in the last days. Now, the last days is a term used related to the days prior to the return of the Messiah. So in the last days, I will pour out my Spirit upon all flesh. And this is the outpouring of the Spirit generation. There can be no question about that. Sons and daughters will prophesy. And I teach at the Ramp in Hamilton, Alabama. And if you want to send your young people to a great school of ministry, you send them to one place, Ramp School of Ministry in Hamilton, Alabama. And I teach down there every month. And I just got back teaching about 9 hours on something called the anatomy of evil. These young people are that generation that God says sons and daughters will prophesy. And I see it coming and I see it happening now. So this is beginning to be fulfilled is my point. Old men will dream dreams, young men will see visions. We're seeing a very heavy surge of spiritual dreams and visions happening not only to this generation, but also among the older believers as well. Then it says that, and this is very important, that God declares that there'll be signs in the heavens above and in the earth beneath. Now take that phrase, you can see it in Job 2, signs in the earth beneath. Now whatever the signs are coming from the earth beneath, they originate in the center of the earth or underneath the crust of the earth.
Oh boy.
Then Job explains what this sign is. Blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun is turned to darkness, the moon to blood for the great terrible day of the Lord. That blood, fire, and pillars of smoke are volcanic eruptions. I have been teaching this for many, many, many years. And when the thing that was called, when the lunar eclipses, lunar eclipses that took place several years ago on back-to-back years on Passover and Tabernacles took place. That was one of the Joel 2 signs. And then it says after that, there would be the blood and fire, pillars of smoke. So I started telling people, based on the flow of the Joel prophecy, volcanic eruptions would be next. Now, the Bible says that they will happen before the great and terrible day of the Lord. Right there it is. They will happen before this time known as tribulation. So this is, and please give me your attention on this and don't cut it off yet. Say, well, I disagree with that. No way, you hear what I'm saying. The biggest sign that the tribulation is coming is not the gospel being preached. That's the sign of the end that leads to the return of the Lord for the church. Oh boy. Not the outpouring of the Holy Spirit. That's a sign of the end that leads to the return of the Lord for the church. The biggest sign of the tribulation is the blood and the fire and the pillars of smoke and the volcanic eruptions. Now, most of you that keep up with the news, and there's so much other news in the United States that's distracting this news, but especially on YouTube channels, you see it, that there is this volcano.
Thank you for noticing us.
Right off the coast of Spain on the island there that's been erupting for week after week after week.
Yeah,
and there's been this concern, and the longer it erupts and it lets off steam, so to speak, there seems to be less concern about this happening, but there is still concern of a big section of that breaking off through an earthquake, hitting the ocean, causing a massive tsunami on the east coast of the United States.
Garbage.
Recently, however, a Japanese volcano just suddenly, bam, blew up, and it exploded. Then there was one in New Mexico. Mexico, not New Mexico, but Mexico, that also suddenly erupted. And when you begin to see these volcanoes just erupting, it's almost like in Matthew 24, where Christ said that there'll be earthquakes in different places.
Oh boy.
So you see an earthquake here, one there, one here, one there.
10
It
plagues
is
of
one
the
of the
apocalypse.
signs of the birth pains that Christ told us would happen before his return, Matthew 24, verse 8.
Oh,
so
boy.
when you begin to see an increase in the volcanic eruptions around the earth, there's something really going on inside the planet. Now, these eruptions can also trigger earthquakes, or sometimes an earthquake can help trigger the volcanic
Tsunami?
eruption.
Is that what that
now,
is?
what concerns us in the United States, of course, is the
tsunami?
possibility of eruptions that could take place along
California?
Washington State, up into Alaska, Oregon, and especially California. And I was reading where there are about 8 possible volcanoes that are in California.
Boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. The swagger jack is so strong upon this dude. All right. Let's get beloved brother Ayel. Let's get the beloved brother Ayel. Okay, this is Ayel Ben Ephraim. Let's get the beloved brother Ayel. Volcanoes will erupt to announce time of judgment. The brother did this video October 22nd. Oh, damn it. Give me a second. Let me let this play. No, what's calling me?
Oh, how much suffering would be avoided if men knew their gifts. But they have preferred to remain blind or sleeping.
So, that's the beloved brother Ayel talking about the volcanoes will be erupted to announce the time of judgment. Now, this is, again, those guys always peekabooing, watching our people, and then swagger jack what we said, and then erase what they say. So, we've been saying this forever. Now, beloved, for those of you that have been following the stuff, and this is one of the video we made. Let's go to the beginning where we were making videos about the volcano. Let's see. Are we going too far? I think, 2 months. We're going too far. It has to be a month over there. The first one. Okay. I believe, yes, that's the first one. Okay. La Palma Island, that's a month ago. Okay. We bought this. Okay.
Courage or determination.
Oh boy.
Check out these pictures.
Let me see. Copyright disclaimer. Understand, Jews and Gentiles alike, welcome. Here is all the works of our terrible and horrible power, the God that created the heaven and the earth and everything. So we premiered this on September the 20th, a month ago, and we told the people, okay, the volcanoes are they are a timeline. We discussed where we were. Oh boy, where is it? Okay, a month ago we told the people the reason why you see the volcanoes are erupting, it's because they are announcing judgment. Okay, and then we got La Palma. Michael is in the midst. The name of the island is called St. Michael Islands. Okay, La Palma, Michael is in the midst. Okay, holy lava, holy magma, holy volcanoes. Okay, all right, and then we brought again divine wrath of the Messiah. Okay, Michael when it blew the trumpet and stuff like that. Okay, and of course, excuse me. And of course we bought Michael is in the mist. Okay, we bought Michael in the mist, and we talk about all the volcanoes and all that. And recently, and this thing we were reading, let's see,
Portion of the earth to disappear, becoming seas, and sea to vanish where land arise. We told you again. I mean, I like this. Atlantis will rise.
Okay.
Rivers swept up this entire town, man. You're watching an omen, the desert place. It's a freaking desert. The desert is being wiped away. You might feel true repentance in their spirits. Okay? The Most High Allah will allow men to, brothers. the best explanation they can say, oh, okay, he had, he and stuff, he's no more. So this video was uploaded in October the 24th, well, stream on October 24th when we were reading the Third Testament, and then we were talking about the volcanoes, okay? Suspended in the air, and then they gather ashes, they become dark, and then they fell on this earth. They always bring the scientific stuff and say, wait a minute, this thing never happened before. Heavenly Father, are you angry with us? It's something that we effed up. Nations will be swept away and lands will disappear. This will serve as a warning bell for your hearts. Nation will be swept away and lands will disappear. Why do you think China is being decimated and swept away? To us, there is angel and human. The angel will be fine. The little angel of the Most High will be fine. But humanity out there, holy slide whistle, my daughter took it anyway. The universe will be cleansed of its weeds. My justice. All right, so this guy keeps swagger jacking us. This cannot be true life. That which must be led by wolves who are brothers and the children of Yahweh. This form of life is not according with the law I have written in your conscience. The Most High did not, your conscience is in your heart. The Most High did not written the law in papers. He gave all men his law. You refuse it, you reject it. Thank you, beloved brother Dave Love, for the super sticker, okay? This cannot be true life. That which must be led by those who are brothers and the children of Yahweh. This form of life is not in accord with the law that I have written in your conscience, in your heart. To make you understand the error in which you live, volcanoes shall rise, fire shall surge from the earth to exterminate the evil seed. The winds shall be unleashed, the earth shall tremble, and the water shall sweep over regions and nations. You think what's happening here is being done by men? You think men have a power to take that little technology? He already told you men use their wealth. Men use their wealth to cause destruction, pain, and death for their own vain heart, for their own vain glory. Men have no power to do none of this thing. You break the holy order of the Most High. All those things are coming to you now. To make you understand the error in which you live, volcanoes shall rise. Fire shall surge from the earth to exterminate the evil seed. The winds shall be unleashed. The earth shall tremble, and the water shall sweep over regions and nations. Thank you, beloved brother Yeshua Music. In that way, the elements will show their resentment of men. They have broken with him because men has been destroying one by one the bonds of friendship and brotherhood that tie him to nature that surrounding him. You effed off the earthly mother, man. You effed up nature, man. Bring all sort of nonsense and then destroy this old earth, the natural earth that we are. So, now, this is the video that we upload, and then we talk about the volcanoes. We've been talking about those things even a year before, since La Soufrière, okay? Since La Soufrière erupted. About I'm not quite sure how long that was pretty long ago, 6 months ago. And then now this fellow, he just came in and then swagger jack what we are saying and then put it over there and act like he come up with it. Okay, so is that what that is? Plume of smoke, plume of father. Let me see, that was like 3 months ago. No, it was like more like 6 months ago. So this guy, he's picking in our stuff, he's swagger jacking the brothers, and then he tying up things and then make it seems like those things are it's happening over there for Hish. It's happening for Hish. Hish is doing this, Hish is doing that. Hish is about to cover the children of the children of Amaleks over there, and then he's doing a bunch of stuff and then copy the things and then put it on other people, okay? And then they think like this is cool, and then they think like this is like something that once they do that, it will become real.
Once they say the people, oh, okay, well, these volcanoes, they are the beginning of the tribulation. First of all, you scumbag said, wait a minute. Before this tribulation, the third temple will be built and we will be raptured. That's what you said. You said the third temple will be built, you will be raptured. Okay, and after that, people won't know what's going on. They won't know what's happening. Okay, they won't know the stuff that's going on, and then they will see a guy say, "Oh, hey, we all coming. I come today, and then I bring peace, peace. Take my mark and stuff, peace, and then that guy turned out to be it turned out to be the Antichrist, and then people gonna worship him and stuff. We told you 6 months ago doing
thousands of people.
Okay, doing the La Soufrière in April. That was a beginning. That was La Soufrière in April happened. That was the great destruction that's going to happen in India. That's what triggered India. The massive amount of people that die in India. Okay, this morning somebody post a comment in one of my video. Let me go get it for the people. Okay, so 6 months ago, and May 6th, right after the the volcano La Soufrière pop up, and then the whole thing in India start. You know, it started in April. It picked up in May. Okay, all right. Okay, and then she fall off. All right. Okay, they die at least by millions over there in India. If for those of you who follow the situation that they were having over there in India, man, this thing was a horrible things that happened over there in India. That whole place back then, the video used to be 55 minutes, and then they used to be too long. Okay, so yeah, the death angel, Sister Tamika Miranda said the death angel is on the move. Sounds like the Egyptian where the death angel passed through over 4,000 years ago. Yahweh have your way as Yahweh is giving breath to dry bones of Jacob. They are enemy can't breathe. Okay, so the Most High was literally destroying those people over there. They were like dying, and the media keep it very quiet. And then we received the sign when the volcano erupted in La Soufrière. Okay, so, and then now the one in La Palma that erupted, and a lot of people, you know, a lot of destruction are going on, a lot of death are going on worldwide, you know, and that's why you see that kidnapping in Haiti, because this thing is sending a straight ley line through Haiti, and that's why you see a lot of floods going on in Europe. You just the other day you witnessed this place over there, and let me see, put this right here. You know, but oops, give me a second. Okay. You see that the other day, a massive flood and snows going on, a lot of destruction, a lot of people are dying. You see in the beginning, the tornadoes, those are the stuff. This guy swagger jacking us and then go over there and tell his people like, oh, I'll talk about those things years ago and book and stuff. No, you don't, man. Stop doing this. No, you don't. And again, there's a spiritual hit on this guy. He doesn't know yet, but he will. He will. Okay, he's watching our people stealing what we're saying, and then apply it to Asia. Say, oh, the volcanoes are the announcing the time of the tribulation. You are in the tribulation. You are in it. The Christians are catching hell. We've been showing you those people are catching hell. You know what? He said one thing that is very, very crucial. He said, oh, this news is being overshadowed by other news. Get out of here, man. Stop swagger jacking, man. You guys are talking about the Christian church and stuff. Look what happened look what's happening in your Christian church right now, brothers. Look at this.
You are in trespass. You need to leave this church right now. When somebody hit the security guard,
leave this church. You're trespassing. Okay, the priest like cowed away.
you are trespassing.
You're trespassing. And then they grab this dude. Man, get the out of here, nigga. So what's up with you, nigga? Now, what's up? What? Hey, man, don't be touching me. Hey. And somebody fell. Look at this dude. Look at you scumbag inside of a church. Look at you scum. Where's the Negro? There's always one Negro there. Hey, ass kicking in a church, man. Okay, that one Negro over there. Always one Negro. That's right. Okay, take this dude inside of the church. Then they get this dude. Take. All right. Just get him out. All right.
Michelle, you were.
Oops. Hey, you are trespassing.
You are in trespass. You need to leave this church right now. When somebody gets the security guards.
Okay. Mark of the beast over there. The idol over here. People whoring themselves in the Most High sin a demon. The Most High sin a demon in there disrupt the whole service. You know, the Most High sin a demon over there and disrupt the whole service, man. This dude just get in there. I don't know this guy name, but his name most likely be Michael. I don't know his name. I haven't done anything yet. Somebody just uploads this thing. Yeah, this guy, you know, this guy is a demon. He just get in there and then try to, you know, he say, man, I'm home, man. I'm just here, just chill. You know, this is your church. This is your church leaders. This is the parish stones that you guys are following. You know, this is the people that you're following. Okay.
Is grieving after their priest was killed by a driver while riding a bicycle on Monday afternoon. Father Denny Dempsey of Church of the Risen Savior didn't survive. Police say the crash happened in Rosemount near County Road 42 and 145th Street. A suspect is in custody today and has a long history of convictions for speeding and driving with a revoked license.
Oh boy.
Caroline Cummings is live in Burnsville to tell us who Father Denny was and how his spiritual community remembers his legacy.
Parishioners here at Church of the Risen Savior in Burnsville are grappling with the tragedy, the sudden loss of their beloved pastor, Father Denny Dempsey.
You know, the judgment upon the father is 1 + 5 + 0 + 6.
Who they remember as someone who was generous and full of life in his 4 decades of Catholic ministry. And the 73-year-old Dempsey died doing something he loved.
He's 73, Michael in the Mist. This guy got hit by the ley line. This is what's happening to your leaders out there, man. You know, this is what's happening to you people out there, okay? So, oh boy, I think I messed up. I was supposed to have Psalm 51 here. Yeah, because we are about to begin the prayer in like an hour or so. And that's what happened, beloved, okay? And those guys are swagger jacking, and then their leaders are dying.
As he often did to get to church. He was pastor for 15 years at another parish in Northfield and served in missions to Venezuela, where he was most recently before coming back to the Church of the Risen Savior here in Burnsville.
Oh, boy.
He was a pastor here for just a matter of months and left a significant impact on the community nonetheless.
A matter of months, and then he's out.
People here were both bilingual. He was bilingual, so he gave Mass in both Spanish and English to a vibrant.
You should love your neighbor as yourself. And I guess the way we reconcile the manner with which Denny was struck on the road by a driver who, by all accounts, probably shouldn't have been driving.
But the Most High made him drive. This guy's been having all kind of speeding stuff in there, and then the Most High keep him out to do the Most High job.
And I can only think that Denny would encourage us to include that driver as our neighbor as well, as someone who deserves to be forgiven.
Such a poignant message there, Shayla, that can resonate with all of us. And Denny Dempsey, Father Denny Dempsey, will be celebrated in a vigil at St. Dominic in Northfield on Friday evening.
Father Donnie Demzel, I don't know, man. This guy was struck by it's 11 p.m., 11 a.m. Again, this is pre-recorded. 11 a.m. So Another hour, I'll do the prayer. How long we are into this thing? Okay, we're almost done. All right, let us keep on moving, brethren. Cursed be their wives. All praises to the Most High.
France has seized a British trawler fishing in its territorial waters.
18 over there. You know what to do.
Without a license, and a verbal warning was issued to another UK vessel amid an escalating row over post-Brexit fishing rights. France accuses the UK of granting only half the licenses it believes it's entitled to in a post-Brexit agreement and has demanded immediate action under the threat of retaliatory measures. British Interior Minister Priti Patel had said the seizure of the UK trawler was disappointing.
We as a country have fulfilled all our obligations under the TCA, but at the same time, government and cross-government discussions will continue, both at Commission level but also with counterparts within the French administration.
Clement Beaune, France's Europe minister, vowed to get tough with the UK as he announced a new zero-tolerance policy to fishing near the Channel. Mr. Beaune said, quote, "We need to speak the language of force, as I'm afraid that is the only thing this British government will understand."
That's true. That's true. That's true. You start using force. I mean, where there's fishes, when the fishes, the Archangel Raphael and the Messiah, but yeah.
France has warned that it would block British boats from some ports next week, as well as tightening checks on UK boats and trucks, if a post-Brexit dispute over fishing licences was not resolved by the 2nd of November. Paris said it was prepared to launch a guerrilla trade war against
They all overfish this thing, man.
UK and cut electricity to Jersey in a move set to sabotage Christmas shipments.
Oh boy.
Valerie Brown, The Sun.
We don't care. Those guys are fighting over fishing. Don't be fishing where I'm staying at, okay? Well, the sea doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the Most High. Therefore, it belongs to us, the taskmasters.
Developing overnight, a terrifying incident on board an American Airlines flight from Kennedy Airport. A passenger now in custody after he allegedly punched a flight attendant in the face. This morning, we're learning it all may have escalated over a face mask. Eyewitness News reporter Derek Waller joins us live from JFK with the new developments from the overnight. Derek?
Ken, good morning. That unruly passenger is now banned from American Airlines, but that could be the least of his issues after he's accused of punching a flight attendant mid-air. Take a look. We have a picture of this man, a passenger on the plane, snapped this photo of the man arrested sitting inside the terminal at the airport in Denver, handcuffed and, yes, wearing a mask. But American says he punched a female flight attendant over his refusal to put one on in the first place. American says Flight 976 with service from New York to Santa Ana, California, was diverted to Denver after that assault. That plane did eventually land safely in Southern California. Passengers say the man had to be duct taped to the seat, and they say alcohol was involved before things turned violent.
I understand that he actually punched her twice. I did see her walk back down the aisle afterwards. She had blood splattered on the outside of her mask.
Yeah, there was a doctor on the flight, luckily, so I don't know. He said it wasn't broken, but it was bleeding, so they took her to the hospital.
Again, beloved, you're seeing there's an increase of flights, of incidents like that in airplanes and stuff, and we know the ley line is making those people crazy. Let there's more bites, go out, wherever this person is got punched, let them go at each other's throat. We saw this before, I believe, 2 months ago. A young woman punched another woman and knocked her teeth out because of a mask and stuff like that. You see this all the time. You just give the Most High praises and glory, man, and then let the course run. Let the Most High do his things.
Tonight, we're learning more about the tragedy out of Marion, Arkansas. A mother and her young son killed, family says, at the hands of her husband. Our WREG's Shay Arthur is live in Marion tonight. And Shay, you spoke to family members who told you there had been violence in the past.
Yeah, Stephanie, and tonight those relatives tell me they're still just trying to process everything. They also have a message for anyone that might be experiencing domestic violence.
Okay, we did this before. This is an
update.
No matter how the family member might not want you to get involved.
That was a pastor that did this. No.
They might dislike you.
They were church members.
But it's possible you can save a life. And that's one of the things that I'm somewhat struggling with.
Emotional, Charles Gilmer doesn't want any family to have to go through what his endures right now.
Yeah.
He says his niece, Nakina Gilmer Brown, and her elementary school-age son, Austin Brown, were killed by Nakina's husband, Gabriel Brown, yesterday morning at their Marion home.
Okay, so remember the whole thing. Gabriel killed the wife. He had a pastor came in and blessed the house that they just bought. And then doing the marriage, and then, you know, things were happening in the past, and then he ended up killing her.
Police today showed up to the house for a welfare check. Outside, they found 2 other children. While they worked to get information, they heard gunshots. Inside the house, they discovered the rest of the family dead. Charles says Nakina, a mother of 4, dedicated her life to her children and family, but says there had been warning signs of violence in the past.
She was a very private person concerning her family and maybe what was going on. She believed in marriage.
There you go. There you go.
No matter what might have been going on between them,
they will stick to the marriage.
She wanted her marriage.
They will stick to marriage. That's what they taught Christian. You marry this demon. This man is a demon. He about to kill you. Oh, I ain't gonna let him go. I want to go in heaven. I want to go in heaven. That's what Jesus said. She believes in marriage. And then it grieved me that to see how people are dealing with this nonsense. They twisted, they misinterpreted the scriptures. That has nothing to do with what the Messiah said. That has nothing to do with your husband is a demon. The Messiah is separating you from him. You don't want to go. He will take you. He will take him. He will take the child. The Messiah is separating you from your wife. You don't want to go. He will take you. He will take the wife. He will take the child. There's a holy separation going on. Most likely she didn't do anything to him. He was being the scum. Most likely he didn't do anything to her. She was being the scum. We don't know. But there you go. I don't want to hear any more of that garbage, man. That's what killed her. Okay? So this is this is the migrant over there in the Central America. They are coming. Let me see. Migrant caravans faces harsh conditions as it heads towards U.S. border. Most of them are Central American, and we will see how they're going to be treated. We will see how they're going to handle those people. So far, we haven't heard anything, the media, oh, they are Haitian, they're black people and stuff. We're going to see if they're going to send their horses and stuff like that. And we know things like that happen every day, and then we'll see. We'll see the crowd. Okay. Okay. So the Mosai, and then, okay, the mark of the beast. They bring their garbage with them. Okay, screaming freedom, freedom, libertad, libertad. Okay. All right, those are the descendant of the people the Assyrian brought into our land. Okay, and then the Mosai is moving them out. That's why they have to get a massive destruction. Okay. All right. There you go. And then we'll see how they're going to treat those people. What they're going to do. Or the men going to be on the horseback and then whoop them up and beat them and stuff, causing some stuff. There you go. Let's see what's going on over there in the Middle East. Okay, so. Okay, so they let me read this for you. The UN, okay, those are children that they malnourished. There's no food. Dozens are being treated for malnutrition in the hospital. Okay, so they love showing the little African kids and people that look like us and things like that. Now it's your turn. We covered the Yemen things a couple months ago. Okay, so horrible things, brothers. Okay, Yemen is facing the worst humanitarian crisis and children are suffering. Famine. Okay, wars. They are shooting after this dude. War between Saudi-led coalition and Houthi rebels has caused the crisis. Excuse me. Wars. Okay, is they're shooting after this guy over there? Let me see. Okay.
We now have 10,000 children have been killed or maimed since fighting commenced in March of 2015. That's the equivalent of 4 children every single day.
Okay. There's a famine going on over there. War, famine. And they are kids. You know, they always will laugh because they don't know what's going on. Paying for the sin of your forefather. Again, this is plague number 4. Famine of the wars, Gentiles wars. Plague number 9, execution by the sword. You know, it's all over, okay? So this is what's going on over there in Yemen, all right?
Do you believe in God? Almost 90% of Americans say yes. But when you ask people if they attend a church, synagogue, or mosque, the numbers tell a very different story. In fact, a new Gallup poll shows only 47% of U.S. adults say they belong to a house of worship. It's the first time religious membership has dropped below 50% since Gallup started tracking this metric more than 80 years ago. But the data isn't exactly surprising. For decades, church membership hovered around the 70% mark. Starting around the year 2000, that number began to steadily fall. This was around the time another trend started taking off. The rise of nuns. And no, not those kind of nuns. By nuns, we mean Americans who don't associate themselves with any formal religion.
They describe themselves as atheist or agnostic, or say they're simply nothing in particular with respect to religion. It would be a mistake to think of all of them as atheists or as totally secular in their worldview, but they are far less religiously observant.
Dr. Gregory Smith researches religion and public life for the Pew Research Center. He says the number of religiously unaffiliated Americans has jumped over the last decade, from 17% of the U.S. population in 2009 to 26% in 2019.
One big driver of the growth of the nuns is that young adults are coming of age, they're entering adulthood with far lower levels of attachment to religion than their...
Okay, they have to show our people, okay? What they are saying here, they cannot get our people in the church anymore. The old bastards that were in the church and don't want to get out, they are no more. They need fresh, new, coming to age in our people. They say, no, man, you ain't going to church, man. They know what the church did. They understand that.
Their parents and grandparents before them. The other thing I would mention is a theory proposed by many scholars that says that the growth of the religious nuns is really in some ways bound up with politics. And there's a variety of ways in which that's true. One way is that as religion in the United States began...
Okay, so you people, the Most High is making a clown out of you, man. Yeah, look at you now, man. Look at you holding the mark of the beast right there. Get out of here.
To be associated, at least in the popular...
Okay, we march with Christ for life. Jesus, I trust in you. You know, holding the mark of the beast and then do this kind of garbage. That's why people don't... The Most High is blocking you now. You're in decline.
Imagination. With right-wing politics, with conservative politics, so the thinking goes.
If Jesus was aborted, we wouldn't have a savior. Yeah, whatever.
Religious
people always will put one of our people over there talking about abortion. Oh, they are aborted people. They like killing, and the Bible says don't kill. Okay, all right, whatever.
People who don't share those politics increasingly began to describe themselves as religious nuns.
And while it's too soon to tell, it's possible the pandemic is also putting a temporary strain.
No, permanent strain. Permanent. I'm telling you, beloved, this pandemic literally, brothers, decimated this thing. This thing was decimated, man. The pandemic literally wiped out the so-called religious services, man. That was on April 2nd, 2021.
On religious membership. Many places of worship were forced to close during stay-at-home orders, but so far, most Americans say COVID-19 hasn't had an impact on their faith.
There are some people, about a quarter of the population, who say their religious faith has grown stronger. They tended to be the most religious people. So it was people who told us before the pandemic that they were deeply religious, who say that now because of the pandemic, they've become even more religious. There are far fewer people who weren't particularly religious to begin with, who say they've become more faithful as a result of the pandemic.
Here's one thing we know for sure. The rise of the nuns is happening across America. And there's no signs the trend is slowing down anytime soon.
Nuns are growing in every region of the country. Nuns are growing among both women and men. Nuns are growing among white Americans, among Black Americans, and among Hispanic Americans. Nuns are growing among college graduates and among those with less than a college degree.
Those people love to say garbage like that. They love to lump us with a bunch of other scumbags.
That consistency of this trend, that uniformity of this trend, the fact that the growth of the nun is happening among
spiritual orgy right there.
Every social and demographic group we can examine is very striking to me.
Yeah, so the people are leaving their churches, their mosque, and then they are seeing a decline. And they cannot get our people to do this thing again. Okay. And then our people are getting out of the stuff. Okay. Let me take this last one. What this one say?
A quarter after the hour this morning, and that cargo ship disaster off the coast of Washington is apparently worse than first thought. The Canadian Coast Guard now thinks more than 100 containers fell off that ship in rough seas last week near the Strait of Juan de Fuca. That's up from 40. Hazardous materials on board the ship caught fire after the ship docked in Victoria, BC. We're told the 2 containers with hazardous material fell into the ocean. The other containers include toys, clothing, furniture, automobile, and industrial parts.
Yeah, your Christmas hash is not doing too good. It's not doing too good. How long we are into these things? All praises to the Most High. Let's see if the Most High want us to see any other things here. Boy, UK floods devastated part of the UK. There's a flood in the UK. I didn't know this. Let's damn. Oh boy. Yeah, I believe there's a flood in Scotland too. Let me check for Scotland too. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's all over, beloved. It's all over. Is it in Scotland? I think somebody was showing me something in Scotland. Floods, La Palma volcano seizure. Nah, let me check. Flooding in Scotland. Let's see. 2 hours ago. Southern Scotland. Let's see. It's probably one of those Indian girl.
A dozen flood warnings were in place as rain hit the country south from Glasgow to the border. Flooding was possible at Polo County Park, just south of where...
What a shame. You people now letting those, at least she's not a robot, okay? Risk of flooding. They are not showing you. Is that some kind of news? Okay, yeah. I'm not quite sure. Some kind of like rubber boots thing going on over there. Yeah, all those things are robotic, and then yeah, there's this flooding going on in Scotland. So we give the Most High praise, glory, and we exalt His name above all forever. I'm gonna go ahead and begin the prayer, and probably to 20-something minutes. You know, you see the things, brothers. Okay, fast, pray, repent, repeat. May the King reign forever, and Perry Stone, man, stop swagger jacking us.